Well, hi there guys, and welcome to a new series on the On the Bank Angling Fishing channel. In this series, we're going to be targeting carp on a local stillwater. In particular, we're going to be after one special fish, a fish known as the pinecone. The pond itself is very small, and for this reason it can get very busy. This can make the fishing challenging at times, but we're going to be showing you all the methods we use to get the fish on the bank. The fish in the lake are very old, but despite that, they fight hard and are in tip-top condition. So join Kev and myself as we begin our quest on this tree-lined pond for the pinecone. So, the quest this season began in sort of late spring. I turned up on a weekend to the venue, had a quick walk around expecting it to be rammed, but actually there were a number of swims free, so I decided to set up in my favourite, peg 3.
Well, good morning everyone. There we go. What a start to a morning. It's ripped off down by the pads, and yeah, I had this cracking 21 pounder. Well, 21 and a half it is exactly. So there's a lot of these in here. This fish a lot bigger as well, so I'm hoping to get a couple more. Sun's out, so I'm going to go stalking in that in a minute. That one was caught next to a bed of lilies, a couple of live system boilies over a little handful of pellets. So it's taken all night, and I've had a few liners on it, but it has gone in the morning, so it shows to just leave it, you know. So sweet, we'll get a few pickies and we'll slip him back. Fantastic stuff.
Okay. Right then guys, so here's the very simple rig that I used to catch that 21 pounder this morning. I've actually got 3 different rigs out at the moment, but this is the one that went near the lilies. I'll show you the spot a bit more in detail in a moment. But as you can see, very simple rig. I've got a length of tubing, that's just the standard quarter tubing there. I've put a few blobs of putty along it, just helps it sink better. If you test it in the edge, quite often it gets air inside it and it pops up. That's down to a lead clip system everyone uses. And then I've got a big heavy lead on there, because what I'm doing is I'm casting across to the far bank, going around and just dropping it in the edge. And obviously the heavier lead you use, the better, the more effective your bolt rig setup actually is. And then I've got, it's the Quarter IQ hook link there, and it's quite stiff. Helps it kick away from the lead once it hits the water. I'm only dropping it in, so it definitely shouldn't be landing in a mess on the bottom. It's down to simply a knotless knot setup, with 2 10mm live system boilies on there. What I've got around the hook, as you can see, it's not actually shrink tubing, that's the Corda kickers that you can buy in the packets. Really useful. I often don't bring a kettle fishing with me, so having those available on the market is absolutely brilliant. You just slide them down the hook link, put them around the hook, and it does help the hook turn over in the fish's mouth. So yeah, very simple rig, but it did me a fish, so yeah, sweet. Well, after that good start fishing on the bottom in my first session, I decided to return later on in the week, and the weather had completely changed. It was red hot, dead still, and it was ideal conditions for stalking with floaters. So I came back to the venue with Kev
armed with a load of floaters, a single rod and a net to see if we could target the fish we wanted and get some fish on the bank.
Right there underneath the tree. Oh, my life. He's got it.
That wasn't the comment then. Did you nearly have that?
Yeah, I thought that was it.
Oh, the paint job's coming off right now. Turn around. They were further in there.
Cast. That's alright.
It's not, is it? 'Cause it's on the roots. Just slightly off. Okay. It's well off in it now.
Is that yours back here?
Yeah.
Oh. No! Oh no!
It marked off pretty much instantly.
Well, as you can see, the surface fishing can be really frustrating, but it's also awesome to watch the fish feeding in the edge, as I have done over a number of evenings. Just catch some of this footage. It had now been several weeks since I caught that first fish, and one other. In the meantime though, the fish had spawned, so we left them be for a few weeks so they could recover, and on the return they were well up for a floater.
Here we go then guys, bit of afternoon stalking, and got first fish on the bank within about, well, I didn't cast until I'd seen a fish, and I saw this one taken, lowered straight on its head and it's nailed it. Nice sort of ghosty common, 15.5 pound, loads of these in here. The one I want is a ghosty, but it's a big fully scaled ghosty, so hopefully that one puts in an appearance at some point. That's what we're after. But these are lovely fish to catch, so yeah, fantastic. Let's slip him back and see if we can get some more. Right, so I've snuck onto the back pond, as you would have seen from some of the video that I managed to get before I got too excited at casting. There was plenty of fish feeding. They're not as big back here, but they're good sport. Yeah, I've got another ghosty, slightly more orangey one, this one. Nice dark head on it. Oh, oh, oh. Huge fins as well. Battering me up. There we go. Ghosty. Probably about 8 or 9 pound. Not massive. Sweet. Happy days. Another one on the mixers, so we'll put this one back. Keep stalking. There's a white ghosty out there. A few fish in the tree. Fish. There's a fish over here, I don't know if you can see it. Just on the surface. Just heading back towards the island there. They like that canopy there. Paint job, having a good feed. Hang on, folks. Kev's got one on. It's been quite crafty to tempt it as well. It's a nice ghosty, looks like.
Silver one.
Is it?
Yeah. It is. It is. It's that one.
Is the one you wanted?
Yeah, man. really fighting very hard. Just a wide looking fish, it's not as long. I think it is the one though. Yeah, I reckon so. It's got to be that wide. This is the other one I wanted other than Pinecone. Whoa, 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 whoa. You better knock it off. Come on. Come on.
Ooh.
Oh no, don't do
Oh
that.
no, what are you doing?
Don't know. It's just.
Swallowing.
Oh, here he comes.
There he is.
That's definitely him. Yeah,
Well done, Kev.
probably not as big as I thought. 14-12.
14, 12.
14-12.
Still.
It's actually a lot smaller than I thought, but it is spawned out, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be a lot heavier when it was spawned out. When it was for the spawn, I reckon. Well, guys, just had a lovely ghosty here of 14-12, taking on a pink pop-up. Absolutely nailed it. It's been quite hard fishing so far today. We've been struggling to get them to take like we thought they were going to take. We did have all the big fish in front of us earlier, and now, yeah. So I finally managed to nail one. It's a beautiful fish, absolutely gorgeous. We'll get some pictures and we'll get him back.
Yeah, well done.
Cheers, mate.
We were now making regular visits to the venue with the floater gear, and it was really good to watch the fish feeding in the edge and trying to target the specific ones you want. Sometimes, however, it would mean having to let a lot of chances pass you by as you wait to see the fish that you really want to catch. The pinecone did me several times and it was really frustrating. Some days though, however, you just want to go out and catch a fish, and with fish bathing like this on the surface, you really couldn't resist putting the bait in the water.
Here we go, guys. It's the middle of an absolutely baking hot afternoon, and I'm back down the lake or pond, and got a really nice common. I actually don't have my scales because they're in the car, but this fish it's easily a 20-pounder. I can tell you that without even weighing it. Caught on the free lining method again. Just free lining mixers down the side. It's so hot that they're not really taking freebies, so you just got to find them, lower it on the edge on their heads, and yeah, you get them. This is a really nice looking fish, absolutely stunning. So, oh, big old thing to move around, I'll tell you that. Probably say about 21, something like that. Might even be the same one I had a few weeks ago when I was fishing on the bottom. It's a lovely fish. There you go. Look at that. I told you there's a lot of these nice commons here at Darts. Loads of them this sort of size, really dark fish. I've been looking for the pinecone pretty much all day. Well, I've only been here a few hours, but I've been looking for it and can't find it anywhere, so I thought I'm gonna have to saw these big dark shapes down by the reeds and thought I'm gonna have to catch one. So yeah, brilliant. There we go. Fantastic. We'll get some pickies, we'll slip it back, see if we can get some more on the bank. Really good fun, just sort of short sessions out here. You catch plenty of fish. If you're willing to be patient and not get the small ones, you do get these better ones. So yeah, awesome.
Right then, folks, so it turns out this is a different fish from the one Kev had the other day.
Yep.
How big's this one, Kev?
16.5 pounds.
Well done. Lovely orangey ghosty.
Just
It's
nailed
really
in
nice.
on an improvised little setup in the margins. Beautiful it is. But yeah. Okay guys, so Chris has just hooked his second fish of the session, and just playing it nicely. Thinks it's snagged on something.
Oh no, it's snagged on someone else's line.
Oh no. That's the issue with this place. There's lots of line in the trees and stuff where people have cast straight into the tree, and it's snagged around a line that's hanging in the water, unfortunately. But the good thing about that is that we may end up getting that line out of the water, as well as, there we go, it's just pinged off the branch now. So hopefully it'll bring that line in as well, and we can take both bits of line, you know, obviously Chris's line and that line, out of the water. Well guys, unfortunately Chris lost that fish that had snagged that other line, but we did get the line out of the tree, which is a bonus. He's just hooked another one. We've been trying for about an hour, and it's been blooming hard work really. I'm starting to get really hungry. But
God, this thing is fighting like an absolute demon.
it's nice to get some footage of Chris with playing a fish as well. For a change.
Under my bank. I know it's not massive.
Oh my days, they are really nailing those mixers over there.
Stop going in there.
I'm gonna have to put a few more mixers in here while I'm. No, no, I'll just leave them.
Go for it. This thing is just got unbelievable bloody strength.
It's got a tail on it, like you wouldn't believe that. A minute, just do that while you're playing the fish.
You stop going down there. He keeps trying to get under this bush. Luckily he hasn't gone right, because those stumps are horrible. Come on. Calm down.
Does it feel like a good one then, Chris?
I've seen it. I don't think it's that big.
It doesn't look a bad fish, I don't think. I think you're playing yourself down.
Every time it comes in here.
I hate it when they go under the bank.
No.
Flat rod, in you?
God's sake.
Oh,
See what I mean? It's not that big, but
it's
take
not
me
a
this
bad
long to
fish.
get that 20 in. No! Oh no, disaster.
It's alright, it'll come off. I mean,
You say that, but look at it. Look at the way the line's going.
just lift it. I suppose side strain. Because you're pulling it through it at the moment. Oh,
You have to net it.
I'll try. Yeah, got it.
See, it's only a low double. Fought like
Look at
crazy.
that. Yeah.
There we go then guys, just a small double this one.
Right folks, Kev's in again. And yeah, he reckons it's a half decent fish, this one. It's a common, looks like.
Yeah, it's a common.
He was saying he didn't have many.
There, just troughing biscuits in front of me, so I just put my mixer in front of it, no hesitation, boom. Which is good because they were quite finicky earlier, but we've been struggling to put the feed out because of the amount of birds about. But yeah, finally got one. You know, the birds decided to do one, and as we put more feed in, they got a lot more confident. It's starting to cool down a bit as well, which is probably helping things a little bit, but I think the main thing is that we were putting feed in.
Started to take pretty well now, again everywhere, so.
But we're looking forward to nailing the last fish because it's getting late and we're starving, hungry and dehydrated, so we'll stop at a pub on the way back if this is a PB, I think.
I don't think it's the PB, I do think it's a 20 looking at it.
But it could still well be a PB. Common.
Ah, yes.
22 and a half. It's got massive shoulders in it. Look at those shoulders. That was ready then. It's not like.
In fact, if I look back through my photo album, I think this is one I've seen Martin Cox catch.
Oh, I hate it when that line pings off the fins. He's had a couple of gulps of air, so it must be getting close. Right, here he comes. He's ready for the net. No, he's not, or is he not? No, he's like, no, I'm not coming in the net. Pop up again in a second.
It's been a bit of a shorter battle than the last one, but
Thank
it's just
God.
ploughing around.
We've got the circus playing music in the background. It's quite
Yeah.
nice. We get the same show every 2 hours. Careful, I don't.
It's good fun though, isn't it?
Oh,
Why sit there on bottom baits when you can watch them take your bait right out the edge? Especially some of the fish in here. I mean, they're not all massive. I mean, there aren't any 30s in here anymore, but
Well, every time he looks like it's beat.
they put up a good scrap, and the average size is decent.
I mean, the average size is about £15 at the moment for me, so that's pretty good, really. Here he comes. Now he's ready. Now he's ready.
Big old head on it. I see what you mean.
See the size of the gob on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well done.
that's him. He's in there. Ooh. Well, guys, what a great way to end our session here tonight. 20 pounds and 8 ounces of freshly spawned common carp. Said the next one I was going to catch was going to be a common, didn't I? And thankfully she is. There's not really a lot else to say, really. I mean, I just
It's a belter.
check out its awesome, like, crazy scale pattern. It's brilliant. But,
Apart from that scab, which must be fairly recent spawning wound, it's really mint as well.
yeah, proper nice fish. So we're going to get a few photos of this, and then we're going to and then we're going to go to the pub.
Right, sweet. Don't want to leave you, Kev.
He doesn't, does he? Come on, off you go.
He's a bit persuaded because he's in a boat. There we
There
go.
we go. Off you go, girl. Nice. 20 number 2.
220 so far.
Fucking beast, right? To the pub.
I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of our quest for the Pinecone. We haven't managed to get it on the bank yet, but I'm sure you'll agree we've caught several nice fish already. We are going to have fun targets in it, and I hope you'll have fun in watching these videos and seeing our journey. But until next time, enjoy your fishing and tight lines, guys.